Hello, my dears, for I am live. It has been a while since I have been live. So, for those of you who will probably be joining during this live, I just want to let you know that I'm not doing readings during this live, but if you would be kind and check out the description down below, I would appreciate it. We're trying to spread the word about the Roos Realm fundraiser and shop takeover so we can help the shop. And I figured, what's a better way to spend my time while I'm crafting things to put in her shop than to talk about her actual shop. So, Roos Realm is a shop here in Middletown, Ohio. They've been around for a number of years, but they have changed locations within the last year. So currently, just like everybody else, they've had their ups and their downs, and currently, right now, they are facing one of their downward moments. So, with that being said, one of the things that we always do over here at the Devine Winch is try to help out pagan community, whether it be shops, whether it be crafters, or just groups. So that's kind of basically what's going on. We're trying to lend a helping hand. That's why we partnered to do the shop takeover. This was announced before they decided to do a fundraiser. So I figured, since the fundraising thing came up just today, I wanted to do a live that people could look back on and check. I'll probably actually take some bits from this live as well to kind of make its own video about, what we're trying to do. We're basically trying to save the shop so that way they don't have to close down. I've been speaking with the shop owner as well. And I'm not gonna lie to you, mental health did play a role in this because, we've all been to that point in our lives where our mental health has kind of went downhill, especially after COVID and everything. And they were having a moment. And I think that's one thing that we don't talk about when it comes to pagan shops and owners and crafters, and we don't really talk about it a lot in general when it comes to mental health within the pagan community. Because some, when they think mental health within the pagan community, they think of, well, this person is seeing stuff and they're crazy and stuff like that. It's not always that, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's just finding that moment where you belong, you know what I mean? Because even I myself go through moments where I'm like, where's my spot? Where's my people? Where's my tribe? You know what I mean? And when you're having one of those moments and you're trying to push it day in, day out to kind of have that, not to play on words, ruse, but the kind of where you just don't want to let people know because you don't want them to worry, you know what I mean? So, like I said, this is all to help them and just kind of spread the word while I'm sitting here wood burning this octopus thing, you know what I mean? So hopefully, eventually, whether it's during this live or not during this live, this video can find other people who get it. Like I told her today, um, even if everybody just donated $1, $1 is closer to the goal. You know what I mean? And it seems like a lot because it is a lot of money to have all at once. But if you think about the number of pagans we got in our community and that we got here online, something like that could be easily achieved, even if it's just like $1 donations. You know what I mean? Which, when our Patreon comes in, I do plan to make a donation towards their shop. Any of my tarot readings within the next month, I will be taking half the proceeds and donating it to the shop as well. At our future events, if they haven't raised all the money just then, I do plan to put something out there. That way we can have it displayed, be able to help Roos Realm and because I don't see it as like a handout. I see it as, oh, they're not a historical building, but I see it almost like preserving safe spaces. You know what I mean? And I would do this for any shop that is out there and creates a safe, good environment for their communities and things like that. Because as pagans, we have nature spaces, but when it comes into severe weather or things of that nature, it's always hard to find good spots where, you don't have to pay an arm and a leg. They're opening you with open arms and allowing you to into their space. Because when shops let you into their space, I see it almost as the equivalent of like when you have friends over, you know what I mean? Like, it's the ability to be open to give that spot and know that the intentions and the energy is good, you know? And that's how I see it. And I've got really good hopes that we can achieve this goal and we can make things happen and, get some more crafters in their shop and help support more local crafters, And it's a lot. It's a lot of undertaking. And the funny thing is, many people ask me, what is it like working with Hecatag? Well, this is what it's like working with Hecatag. Because the funny thing about all this is that the person I'm helping is also a fellow follower of Hecatag. So, I'm helping a fellow sister witch out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm doing my due diligence. I'm doing my part to help, a sister in need. And to me, that's always, or a witch in need, depending on how you want to say it. To me, that's always kind of been my creed when it comes to helping. Even if I've been burned by somebody, just because I've been burned doesn't mean that I should watch someone else suffer. And I know that seems very self-serving, or not self-serving, but very self-torturing. Like, how can you help people that may have burned bridges? Which is not the case with Roos Realm, by the way. But it's pushing aside your own ego. It's pushing aside your own self. Hello, Earl, my dear. I'm currently doing a live. If you read the description, it's a little bit different than what you normally see, but thank you. I've been working on this. I kind of drew it out last night, and I'm working on it today. As you can tell, I mean, obviously I'm working on it because here I am wood burning it, but I'm just jibber jabbering about trying to help out the local community shop so that way they can keep their doors open and stuff. But like I was saying, it just gives a good spot. Middletown doesn't really have its own pagan shop. At one point in time, we used to have the Living Tree, but they're no longer around. So Roos Realm is like the last pagan shop that we got in Middletown. And, she's always trying to go above and beyond. And I just want to be able to return the favor for her and go above and beyond for her. Hopefully everybody is having a good day, though. I'm not going to lie, my back kind of hurts a little bit because it's my blood moon. So, comes with the territory. But other than that, it's been a pretty productive day. It's been actually a really productive weekend. At one point in time, I lost the concept of time during the weekend because I kept on thinking this weekend coming was the weekend of the 25th, and my squirrel brain was freaking out. And then I realized, no, Juneteenth is this Saturday. So, that means I have one more week before the Roos Realm takeover. Friday, I'll be at Central Connections with Crystal Turtle Collections, vending there, which I'm super excited about. I'm hoping we can get into this Post Town event where it's a haunted elementary. And they do like a vending event. They do where you can stay the night, and they do ghost tours throughout the school. And I think it's fucking amazing. Yeah, Roos Realm, 50% of the proceeds, right? Forgot PayPal password. It is 50% of the proceeds that go to them. The only reason that I'm not doing 100% is because I got to live too. You know what I mean? And she told me she did not want me to do 100% of the proceeds. So I took that as, okay, you got it. Which currently right now they don't have anything donated to them. So I'm kind of hoping between this live and the lives that I do for the next month. And when I say the next month, I'll be doing this all the way to July 13th. Of course, there will be some dates I won't be on here. Like the 9th, we have an event. I've got an event on the 25th. Are you friends with Anna? I am. We've kind of known each other on and off throughout the community. The last time that she had her other shop, like I was trying to help her to where she didn't have to get rid of that shop. It was right before COVID. But the traction in the area she was at was not that great. And plus, they were having family health issues. So it was one of those things where, like, the gods were trying to get her out of that spot, and I was just preventing it. And she ended up moving anyway, which the location she's at's not a bad location. It's just, she doesn't have like one of those big signs up in front of her building. For the reason being, apparently it's like $2,000 a letter, and you have to go with city code. So, like, unless you're actually looking for her shop, you know what I mean? Like, she's got her information on the window and stuff. It's just trying to get everybody to where she's at. And so, like, I'm trying to give her some good ideas to do it without having to spend that money on a sign, which right now the money that she's trying to acquire is paying for the electric for the spot, the rent for the spot, and everything else. Because when they first moved in, they had no heat. Then after that, got all squared away. There was just a bunch of other issues that kind of just piled. So basically, all the funds that she gets from this is literally going for her shop bills and to keep the shop going. Which I think this was kind of like a kick in the butt to be like, you know, because it's not like she was slacking, because she wasn't slacking by no means. But it's just one of those things where she had so much going on, too many balls in the air, so to speak, you know. Do you know how much is the rent? I have no clue how much the rent is. I know for the space that they got, if I was to calculate it, I would assume it's probably about $1,000 a month, which for retail spaces in our area, that's about the going rate for a rental space, especially for small shop owners, unless you somehow get like a really awesome deal or you find somebody that's redoing an old building, you know what I mean, and you're working with them as they're trying to fix it up, you know what I mean. But it's pretty, that's what I would assume. But like I said, as far as their finances, the only thing I know is they need to make at least $3,000. So I'm hoping between our event that we do and, you know, me putting this on, I'm also going to add it to our website as well, just to try to help them out a little bit more, because outreach is a thing. And, you know, paying for Facebook ads and stuff like that, like, it helps, but you can only do so much when you only have so much to work with, you know. It's a lot. I feel like I'm rambling on, but I'm just kind of crafting and letting my mind speak freely, so that way we can get this thing going. But I appreciate you talking to me, Earl. It helps. I feel like I haven't been online for a while, and I feel like I've missed some communications with you guys. And it's not me personally trying to do it. It's just there's been so much going on, literally, between events and Pride went really well, and trying to get into other vending events with my business, and then all that jazz. You know what I mean? Like, it's an ongoing process. Like, I'm not gonna lie, if I had an extra $3,000 laying around, I would probably make the proposition of going in as a co-owner. Just for the reason being, they always say you want 10 forms of income. And if there was a way that I had the money to do that, I would, but unfortunately I do not. So do what I can, and then leave the rest to the universe to hopefully provide. And that's what I try to keep on telling everybody, you got to keep positive mind even when the chips are low on you. You know what I mean? I know it's hard because God's know I've had my moments, especially here recently, where I'm just like mentally flatlined. And it's good to acknowledge when you have those moments, but try not to become over consumed by it. That's the true test of the human spirit. And that's also another reason I left it open with the fundraiser too. So if people don't want to donate to me and they want to donate directly to the source, I am perfectly fine with that. And once we reach this goal, then I will make a thank you video for all those in the community who did their part. And that'll be my way of saying thank you guys. Exactly. Too many voices in the head, and you're just like, I don't got time for your shit. And then I've also got other things going on, as you guys know. Like we got Witch in the Woods going on, so I'm doing promotions for that. We've got Embracing the Divine Feminine, which the Divine Feminine and the Witch in the Woods is doing really good. We were able to acquire the 100-man lot, so we currently right now have 130 spots open. 35 of our camping spots have been booked, and we're going to only accept 80 more for camping. So that way we can keep room enough for the ritual, the vending, and all that good stuff. Plus, we've got some presenters to do live discussions lined up. We've got one on heathenry and how to perform blots. We've got one on Celtic Pantheon. We've got one that's going to be going on for how to create your own spell kits in the woods. And what city is it in? For the city of Roos Realm is Middletown. For Witch in the Woods, it will be at College Corner, Ohio. That's basically where Houston Woods is. That's one of the best things about wood burning. Watching that smoke, you know what I mean? What about Celtic classes? Celtic class. There is going to be a presenter that's going to be talking at Witch in the Woods for Celtic. Did I already color it all? I did. Well, look at me. I'm finished with this one. Finished product. What do you guys think? I don't think it looks too bad. I might end up making it kind of like this, but I don't know. On to the next one. Where's the next one? That's not the next one. But it is being done by a priest of that tradition. And he will be holding that class. I don't know the exact time for the workshop classes. Thank you. Just for the reason being, I still got to do. Okay, so next Saturday, I've got the Roos Realm event, and then I got to leave there, get to my house, which luckily my house is like 10 minutes away. get ready before everybody else gets here, which getting ready is me using the restroom before everybody gets here, getting everything pulled up on the computer as people start to roll in, because my staff is coming over so we can be talking about our events that are coming up, what we got already, what we're working on, also to show the staff the Witch in the Woods banner that we got made, which we'll have two of those, for one for each spot. And then after the event, we're going to bring them down. And that way, everybody who's there can sign them. So that way, it's a memory. The next thing that we're going to be doing is this year, that's different than every other year, is having Witch in the Woods shirts. Last night, I made the design for it, which implements the same design that we have on our banner. And we're going to start doing pre-orders within the next couple of weeks, so that way if people want to buy it, they can buy it ahead of time, and then we'll have it there at the event. Maybe you can do a heart one with rainbow paint in the back for pride. I could. Actually, I could. I actually do got one more piece of wood, and I will do that for you, just because you said it. And I had no clue what I was going to make the other design. So I think that would be cute. It's really weird. I don't know if my notifications for me going live is going live or not. By the way, it does show that there's two people. Hello and welcome. Check out the description. Today is a little bit different than normal. Do a rainbow. Do a heart one and rainbow paint. I wish I was good enough. Like, I'm good at, I think, for where I'm at. It tells me sometimes, but all the times and all the notifications, sweet. That gives me hope. I will say this, doing the Pride event has boosted our numbers for our page for Facebook. Because for a while we were still stuck in the 800s, and it's slowly moving up. I don't really promote the Facebook a whole lot on here because most of my viewers are in different countries or different states, but maybe I should start putting it down below. I will also be getting rid of the Crossroads collection page since I am going fully into. Are you still trying to quit smokes? It's a process. The more I stay busy, the easier it is. I've actually been on my. I'm going to move this real quick because that's getting in my way. I've actually been on a lifestyle change, and I have my moments of weakness, and I have my moments where I do really good. I've been trying to get 5,000 steps a day, but over the last week, it has not worked out. I'm not even going to lie. I can't even lie about it. Like, if I would make the time, I could, but like, I'm trying to get stuff ready for events. So that's kind of cutting into my try to be healthy. You know what I mean? So I'm still trying to find balance within myself on the things I'm trying to do to better my health, you know, and it's not easy. Because it feels like there's always something to do or somewhere to be found, you know. How is everything going with you, Earl, my dear? Are we still fighting the good fight? You got anything that you're looking forward to over the weekend or any cool plans, you know? And that's one of the things that gets me about family. Like, family knows I do priestess stuff and I have my own group, but they really don't know the time and the dedication it takes to get everything going. They just think make an event, click it, and go, and good luck, and that no one really looks for pagan priest, and you'd be amazed, because they do. Then, you deal with all the normal stuff, like some people will come to you for marriage counseling, some will come to you for spiritual counsel, or just someone to talk to. So there's a lot of factors that goes into priesthood many don't think about. But it is what I signed up for, and I do love talking to people. But I'm like everybody else. Some days I have my good days, and some days I have my bad days. And being an ADHD squirrel doesn't help occasionally, with a tad bit of OCD and all that. I always find it funny. Like, I'm a little bit OCD, but then my creative side is like craziness everywhere. Had a really bad panic attack yesterday in a while, so that's why I didn't sleep. Oh, I'm so sorry, sweetheart. Panic attacks, man, are the freaking worst, especially when you are trying to sleep too, and you can feel your heart racing, which I'm probably not helping, but you know what I mean. Like, just that whole experience. It's one that is felt instead of talked about. You know what I mean? Like, unless you've felt it and you've been there, it's really hard to describe. You know what I also like watching when like my nerves are crazy? Like ASMR videos, and where they randomly cut things and you're wondering, is it cake or is it not? Guilty little pleasure of mine. As she slowly dragged the heat pin across the wood, you could see the little fumes of smoke billowing from the surface. And I wondered to myself, what did it smell like? Was it like pine, cedar? And the answer is cedar. Then also, the day after Pride, my sister from another mister reached out, and she told me that her niece was found a couple blocks away, no longer with us. That was a hard blow. What design is that one? It is going to be this like sunflower type of a design. I seen it last night on the interwebs, and when I seen it, I thought, isn't that the neatest way to do it? And I was like, you know what? I'm going to give it a shot and see what it looks like. Because I'm always trying to find inspiration from others, so it is a little bit of an inspiration, but it's also changed as well. It's all good. You know what I mean? Like, death is hard, but the more I come in tune with my spirituality, the more I realize it's never the end. It's just a new beginning, and we have to get used to it. But it's still a little devastating. Thank you, my dear. I haven't really told any of my staff about it or any of my crew, so to speak, just for the reason being that they all needed to enjoy the moment of pride being pride and, staying excited about things to come. Sometimes everybody needs a little bit of joy in the world. How are you feeling? I'm feeling pretty good. I've been keeping myself pretty busy, which I guess is like a good but not good coping mechanism. Like I've acknowledged, the passing and, you know, did my thing to try to, give respect and say my goodbyes. But it's sad because I knew them when they were like a baby, you know what I mean? So it's not like we hung out and did stuff because they're like a couple hours from me, so we don't really see each other that often. But it's still fresh. And my friend has dealt with so much death over the last couple years. It's hard when you have back to back deaths and you're like, oh my God, when's it ever going to end? And now she's kind of become the matriarch of their family. And that's a hard undertaking for someone young, you know, which when my family had a lot of death in it, I went through the same thing. I was a little bit more destructive and impulsive, but she's got a good support system too. Do, 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 do. Grieving can be hard. My doggo passed away last month. He's my best friend. What kind of dog did you have, if you don't mind me asking? Animal relationships are on a total different level than human relationships. Like, and I think it's more because they see us at our best, they see us at our worst, and yet they still remain to love us. Plus, they're so cute when they sleep and when they do that little when they're passed out. It's adorbs. Or when the tail wags, you know what I mean? Oh, you're a fellow rescuer. Does anybody ever, do you remember that movie? It wasn't a well known Disney movie, The Rescuers or whatever, but it was cute. I think it was Disney. It might have been somebody else. I don't know, really. But I just know it was a really cute movie. That's a long time for puppy years. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. See, it doesn't look like much right now, but it will after I get done smoking. Because I am going to smoke. Ah, that feels nice. But yeah, I need to redo my nails. Probably do that tomorrow. I don't feel like there's a reason to do it while I'm doing crafty bits. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Do, 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 do. Well, I'm not doing nothing. Gonna check all our social media stuff. All right. We're all good. Yeah. Because when it chips, right? I hate that. Like, this has lasted like a week. You know what I mean? Between well, actually 2 weeks between housework and everything else. And then showers and washing dishes and dogs and all that. So I can't bitch too much, but I will. You know what I mean? I got to get my fitness back in check though this week. It's hard finding time to get in like 750 steps in an hour and then everything else in between. Heck, when I did Pride, my foot swelled up so big, it was ridiculous. It just like my foot and my ankle became one, like full entity. And it's because I walked like 9,000 steps or something like that, which is the equivalent of like 4 miles or something, 4 or 5 miles. So literally, I hobbled out of that event, got home, and was in bed for like a day and a half because my foot needed to rest. And it sucked because I had that adrenaline pumping, you know what I mean? Like after you've been somewhere doing stuff, and it's almost like getting off work and you still got that energy to spare. That was fun. Can't wait to get this. I need to get it all outlined, but I wanted to do that part because I knew that one was going to be, yeah, you know what I mean? And I've been trying to play with shading, kind of learning different techniques because I only use one tip, which I've bent, and my husband lets me know about it. Like, I'll see if I can show you. Like, if you look at my tip, see how it's bent? It's not normally supposed to be bent. That's for me doing little curvatures and stuff. Which, once I get done with these, I got some spoons to do. So, that'll be fine. I think I'm going to stay on here pretty good amount as long as I got somebody to talk to, you know what I mean? At least till probably about 7. That way, turn this thing back on and wait for it to heat up. because I haven't really done a long live in forever. It's been like an hour here or a half hour, depending on what's going on throughout the day. Do, 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 do. I don't know why I got that MASH song stuck in my head. I never even watched that show. My family did, but I never really got into it. All right, my dear, have a good day. Mm-hmm. Hello. Check out the description. Doing a little different today than I normally do. Ooh, that hurt. That's why you always pay attention, kids. I'm okay, Gizzy. Yoda. Doggy Woggy's doing doggy woggy things. I'm getting stared at by a pug. Can't wait to see who watches this back, and then it's like you're quiet all of a sudden, and then yeah, say being stared at by a pug. Hmm. Hopefully, we can get some donations to Roos Realm. That is my goal. So far, no one has donated. I'm not even just including on here, I'm just including it all. Hopefully, we can get them some donations today. That is my goal. I wish we could grow a big old community where if things like this happen, you know what I mean? We can have a fund where we help businesses. You know what I mean? Give me a second, my dears. Yoda, Gizzy, Cage. Come on. Cage. Get in there. Come on. Come on. Come on, Gizzy. Get in there. Stupid dogs. I am back again. Safety, safety, safety. Now I'm gonna wait for that thing to heat up. And it's gonna rain. Yeah, 1 second. Ooh, snap, where's it at? Day is not going like my day, kids. Ugh. Mm-hmm. All right, guys, I'm going to end the stream. Talk to you guys later. Bye.